Hello everyone. Today we are going to watch malware analysis in this episode. So before starting, I would like to suggest what are the things we are going to cover in this part that I am going to explain you on that. So first of all, we are going to watch the malware analysis importance. Okay, so why it is important in today's cybersecurity world? Okay, so where we are going to implement it and what is the importance of that one, each and every step I am going to explain on that. So before that, I would like to request what are the minimum prerequisite you need to understand, that you have to go through what is the idea behind malware analysis, and what are the keywords you need to remember on that. That also you have to understand on that. Then lab. So how you are going to prepare a lab? Okay, so laboratory is a main important part of the malware analysis. So because whenever you are getting a malware, so you are not going to implement in the production environment, right? No, not like that. So you have to implement in a production UAT server, okay, which is looks like a production environment, but it is not really like that. Okay, so how you are going to set up the malware lab in your infrastructure or in your production environment, that I am going to share that one. Then advanced malware. So what are the tactics they are using to hide themselves from the testing environment? Okay, so whatever they are creating the malware, they are telling that only in the production environment I'll work as expected, but when they are testing in the lab environment, I will hide myself. What are the tactics they are using? That also I am going to explain you on that. Then static and dynamic analysis. So what is the difference between static analysis and dynamic analysis? Okay, so what are the major difference of static analysis and your dynamic analysis? That also I am going to cover that. So what are the tools you are going to use in the static and dynamic analysis? That also I am going to cover it. What are the minimum certification for the industry? So if you are looking for a job, so what are the minimum industry standard certification you are looking for that? That also I am going to cover it. So where to study the malware analysis. So how you are going to study and where you are going to study and what is the salary expectation, each and everything I am going to inform you in this part. So the next one is our malware analysis important. So it is going to where it is important. Okay, so consider you are a malware analysis. Okay, so why should I hire you? So where is the importance of that one? So first of all, whenever you are talking about the security operations center, okay, so security operations center is the 24/7, right? So here all the infrastructures logs is going to there, and it is analyzing over there. If as per your companies or as per the industry standards, you have to create the custom rules. Okay, on the custom rules it will give you a alert, right? So like that, you are going to detect your cyber attacks or any kind of malwares attack into your infrastructure or in your endpoint. Here you are going to get it, right? So consider today you received a malicious activity. So behind this malicious activity there is a malware behind that. Okay, so who is going to analyze that malware? Because all the malwares are not same like everything, right? So it all depends on your business requirement. So for your business, the malware, the cyber attack use any kind of malware which is completely new to you. For any other organization, that malware is completely different for the companies to company, right? So like that. So here the malware analysis play a important role in that. So in the SOAR, what is happening? Consider some attack happened. So on top of the attack, so it is going to remediate itself, right? So before remediating, you need to understand what kind of the impact it is going to your environment, right? That you need to understand. If you understood that one, then for creating the rules or creating the remediation plan, it will be very easy for you, right? So this is the importance in the SOAR part. Consider you are going for any antivirus company or any ADR OEMs, right? So a lot of ADR and antivirus companies or OEMs are there, like your different CrowdStrike, so your Norton, like your Kaspersky. So they all are your antivirus company, right? So what they are doing it, right? So how the antivirus works is based on your signature, it's based on your behavior. This is the most important part in the detection of any malware, right? So if you know how to know the behavior of the malware, or if you know the consider the hash value. Consider there is a malware called hash value is 123. Okay, in 123, what is happening? If the hash value is 123, I am going to block it. That is your signature based. Okay, Consider there is a hash value called 8 9 10. Okay, so here what is happening, if your hash value is 8 9 10, and if after coming to the computer it is deleting some files, continuously it is deleting the files, it means what is happening here, some kind of malicious behavior is going on, right? So that is your behavioral based. So these all things to be done by the malware analyst, right? So that is be your antivirus and the EDR OEMs that you are going to work on that. Any kind of cyber attack happened, so consider there is a ransomware attack happen in a company. Okay, so what exe value, or so what exe file, or what any kind of file or any kind of malicious activity going on your system, okay, that you are going to analyze it. So that will be coming under your malware analysis part. So any kind of forensic investigation also it will come into your bucket. So how you are going to do the forensic investigation as part of your day-to-day activity as a malware analyst, because whenever you are talking about the enterprise level, any kind of cyber attack happened, so that is more into your service based attack it could be, or any kind of exe value you need to install. After that it will perform the any kind of malware activity or malicious activity, that will be coming under your forensic part, right? So the next part, before going to that, you need to understand what kind of prerequisites you need to understand, right? So these are the most common terms you are going to face day-to-day activity, right? In the virus, any kind of malicious activity is happening on your endpoint machine, it is distracting the genuine activities, that will be your virus. Okay, so worm in the sense, consider this is your endpoint and any kind of virus attack happened, after that it is replicating to your entire infrastructure, right? So it is replicating himself, and it is spreading to your entire organization, right? One to one, 1 2 3, all your end systems it will replicate it. So that will be coming under your worm. Trojan horse in the sense, consider this is a file. Okay, consider this is a file, outside it looks good. Okay, it looks good, but when you will execute that, it will perform any kind of malicious activity. It means outside it is looks good, but when you will run it, it will be act as a malicious activity. Okay, that will be called as your Trojan horse. And backdoor in the sense, consider this is your system. Okay, if you are entering into your system, you are entering your username and password, right? But backdoor in the sense, you are not going to authenticate anything, the end user going to authenticate. After authentication, any kind of file or any kind of malware it will execute, so that you can enter into your system without entering the credential. So that will be called as your uh, backdoor entry, right? Botnet is combination of robot and your network. Okay, so what will happen, it will be zombie attack, right? So one system, it will create a different zombies, and each zombie it will attack to different systems. Again, this will attack to different system, this will attack to your different system. That will be called as your botnet. That is also kind of your malware only. After that, ransomware. So consider this is your endpoint system. Okay, this is your production environment. Okay, prod environment, and here you are working, consider you are working as a exchange admin. Okay, so what will happen, in exchange admin, a lot of internal data are there, right? Company's data are there. Consider if you are into the finance team, so there are all the intellectual property of the company, it is there. So what will happen, for the who is the finance team, I'll send a executive file, or I can send any kind of malicious file. So who are into the finance team, they are not much more aware about the entire cybersecurity domain or any kind of malicious activities, right? So what will happen here, the finance team who is the in charge of this computer, he installed a application. Okay, so when he received an email from any kind of third party hackers or any kind of outside hacker, he sent the email, and the finance team, he downloaded that file and he installed that file in his system. So what will happen, entire finance data it will lock. Okay, after locking, it will ask you have to give some kind of ransomware, then only I will unlock the system for you. Okay, this is what it is happening in the ransomware attack. So in ransomware attack also it is part of the malware that you need to understand. Adware, what is adware? In the sense, consider you are scrolling in a browser. Okay, you are working on day-to-day activity and you are scrolling in the browser. So there are some ads are coming, right? Not intentionally you are clicking on that, but unintentionally you clicked on that. And if your downloading option is automated in the sense, some computer has, once you will click on the download option, it will ask where to save, and in some cases automatically it will download to your downloads folder. Okay, so in hardware what happening, unintentionally you click that file, and in your system auto download is enabled. Directly it will download to your system and automatically it will execute and it will perform the malicious activity. That all are coming under your adwares. Okay, that also you are going to perform how it is happening and what is happening. APT, advanced persistent threat, here what is happening, consider there is a file, it got executed. After execution it is going to hide himself. Now what will happen, any engineer will come and he will do the investigation. He will not find that file, or he will not find that executive file in the computer, because he already hide himself somewhere else. Consider it is hide himself with any kind of encryption or any kind of problematic any kind of high level algorithms, it got hide. So that all are coming under your advanced persistent threat. So once you will restart, again it will come up, it will do the performance, then again it will go to the hide mode. So when you will come, you doesn't know when it will go off, when it will go off. That is coming under your APT attack, advanced persistent threat. After that, what is your 0-day attack? Consider in 0-day, there are consider this is your threat intel. Okay, this is your threat intel, and here I have written thousands of or lakhs of hash values are there. So what I am telling to the antivirus, if any files executive if any files hash value is matching with this one, you are going to block it. But in 0-day attack, what is happening, it is completely new to the world. No threat intel doesn't know what is the hash value or what is the behavior. Nothing he doesn't know. If any file is coming, such file if coming into the endpoint machine, automatically it will allow, because in the threat intel it is not mentioned, right? So it will allow to the endpoint machine and it will perform the activity. So no antivirus can detect the 0-day attack. But nowadays we are coming up with the behavioral attack. In your behavioral based detection, what will happen, if any file came into the endpoint system, it will perform or it will quarantine it if he found any kind of malicious activity happening in the endpoint system after entering that file into the computer. Consider this is your endpoint system and the malware name is consider M. It came into the endpoint system. It allows here in your AV level, it allows to the endpoint machine, but again that AV is going to observe that behavior, what that application entering into that particular system, what kind of behavior is happening. If any kind of behavior is happening in malicious, then antivirus is going to immediately quarantine that file and it will report to the threat intel. Okay, so what it will share that file, what will share the feedback, this file hash value is this one, it came into the system in this time, and after entering to that system after this much time, it is having this kind of activity. It feels like a malicious activity. Then we are going to investigate. Who is going to investigate? Malware analyst is going to investigate in this point. Right? So this is all about your prerequisite. Thanks for watching the part 1. To complete the episode, please do watch the part 2. Now, how you are going to set up your lab infrastructure. They will check what kind of services are running in the OS machine. If you found this video is informative, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel for cybersecurity and technology related videos. Don't forget to press the bell icon. Thanks for watching till the end. I really do appreciate your time and effort you have given on this.